Hi guys, welcome to a new edition of Fully Fantasy Podcast. We have one of our in-house members here. It's a Liverpool Spurs preview. We do have any Spurs person to represent them because we know they don't have fans.
Yeah.
So Ono couldn't make it. And before we start, I'll say just because Ole is at the wheel, if you're watching this podcast, make sure you smash the like button and follow us on all our social channels because Ole is at the wheel. Now,
Okay, now.
so the topics today we discuss Liverpool and Spurs, who would have had a better season if both end up jobless. Combined 11 for this season. Kane and Salah, who has had a better season between both of them, and our usual trivia. Liverpool, yeah. Ola, who do you think, for estimation, would have had a better season if Liverpool Spurs don't win the trophy? And say both of them. Obviously, Liverpool finished top four, and Spurs managed to hang on to top four.
Well, for me, I think different priorities for different clubs.
Okay.
So for Liverpool, of course, we, as a big club, you want to win trophies. Maybe for Spurs,
Big club.
yeah. What do you mean? You want to win trophies, man.
Right, a big club. Okay, are you a big club? I don't know. That's it.
I don't even have to argue about that point. there's trolling and there's factual statement. So Spurs, yeah, for Spurs meeting top four is probably a big deal for them, and if they make top four, that's a successful season. It's not like it would be a failure for Liverpool if Liverpool finish top four without coming like that. Everything is context. Like Liverpool can finish second and get 97 points. It's possible we get 97 points this season and finish second because Man City are just so good. So that won't be an entire failure. That would be like, okay, 97 points will win you the league in any season in the Premier League era. But what can you do when Man City are getting 100 points and 98 points or whatever? But in the sense that which team will have a better season, it's still going to depend on the Champions League, because if we get to another final and we finish second, maybe with 95 points or whatever, for me that's a good season. It might be a trophy-less season, but getting to Champions League final again, it's not something that is easily done. Like you can see how many teams have got. It's only Madrid have been doing it in the past few years. It's difficult to get to Champions League final. So for me, it will still be a trophyless season, but it will be a good season if we got to another final. Maybe if we lost, okay, we lost, but by another final, that shows it wasn't a fluke last season. Because some people would think, oh, last season was like a fluke. And for Spurs, making top four would be a good season because I know, okay, people talk about Pochettino, but Pochettino for me is a very good manager. I don't have issues with him ability-wise. It's what is the things he says and the way he tries to play down trophies. That's why I don't agree with the way we say, oh, FA Cup and League Cup is nothing like, it's just, it's different if it's somebody who has been winning a lot of stuff. Look at Mourinho, look at managers who have been successful. They come to England and they don't turn their nose up at trophies. Mourinho, he takes the League Cup he used to take the League Cup seriously. Van Gaal won the FA Cup. He won the FA Cup, brought it and slammed it on the table and said, look, I've won a trophy. But for for Pochettino, it's like, oh, FA Cup, no, League Cup, no. And for me, I don't know if that's a very good mentality to have. He has good ability as a manager, but if he's going to tell us that all those other trophies are useless, then I can't really agree with that. So for him, maybe top four is a good achievement. For Spurs, it is, because Spurs are, they're like level two. There's level one club, and then there's level two. Spurs are level two. So for them, that would be a good season. If they finish trophyless, but they stay in the top four, that would be a good season for them because they have to pay for their new stadium. So that's the way I see it. But for us, it will depend on the Champions League. For me, if we finish second and then get to the Champions League final, then that's not too bad.
So I guess are you saying now that is a better season than Spurs season? If you
Oh yeah, okay. For me, that would be a better
Champions
season.
League finals.
Oh yeah, that would be a better season. But if Spurs progress better than Liverpool do, then like for me, the Champions League is the main thing because now there are how many teams? 4 English teams.
Yep.
And if Spurs knock out City and get to the semi-final, that's for me. And then Liverpool don't get to the final, then Spurs have the better season because I don't want to take it only on based on league table, because now the Champions League is involved. If it's only based on league table, it's easy to say Liverpool had a better season than Spurs. If Liverpool have 97 points and Spurs finish on 75 points, you can just say, oh, Liverpool had, but then Champions League comes into it. So that's why I'm putting it that way.
There's an argument to say if you factor in spend, should their expectations be lower because they didn't spend any money?
Yeah, but they've been building a squad for a while, like even their squad depth actually didn't really need them going to spend that much money again this season.
Okay.
Okay, maybe they needed a very good backup to Harry Kane, but who are you going to spend 50 million or 60 million on as a backup to Harry Kane? Their squad is good enough, and that's what, even for Liverpool next season, you won't see Liverpool. I doubt you'll see Liverpool spending 200 million because the squad is almost deep enough now. The only people you might need to replace is maybe the goalkeeper or the left back. So basically, what I'm saying is that, okay, you might say Spurs didn't spend any money, but their squad is very good. They have squad depth. Like, they have 2 good right backs, Trippier and Sergio Aurier. They have 2 good left backs, Rose and what's the Welsh guy, Ben Davies. These are 2 international players. I mean, they have internationals in all their positions, like almost all their positions. Even when Kane was injured, they were playing Son, and Son was banging in goals. And then when Son was off for a while, Llorente came in. These are solid. That squad is very solid. So regardless of the fact that they didn't spend, I know people were saying they should spend. But I remember when Ari Redknapp came on the show, Ari Redknapp was saying, okay, essentially they should spend. Where exactly do you want them to spend? What positions? Okay, apart from Harry Kane, who you say, okay, is the best player, the best striker or whatever. Okay. If you want a backup to Harry Kane, who are you going to get for 50 or 60 million? Who will be happy to sit on the bench while Harry Kane is playing? So I think that's one of the good things Pochettino has done. Pochettino has done a very good job assembling them without spending big money, but their squad is very good. So because they didn't spend doesn't mean I think they should have done better this season. There was one time they were only 4 points off the top or 5 points off the top. Yeah. And now they're like 12 points, 12, 15 points away, So I don't know. It's a mentality thing. And I think it comes from that's why I criticize Pochettino, not because he's not a good manager. I think it's because of that mentality issue where you're saying, oh, this cup doesn't matter. Do you remember the coach was saying, oh, if we win trophies, it will affect our ego or something? I was like, what's that all about? You win trophies to affect your ego. It's to build what are you trying to say? That winning trophies is not good or what? So I don't know. It needs to change that mentality. If you want to be a real big club, then you have to be chasing the trophies. You can't be saying turning your nose up at FA Cup and League Cup and saying, oh, those ones are not trophies. Yeah. That's my opinion. Anyway.
I think a lot of that is Sour Grape's opinion. I feel like when he gets out of it, it's just a convenient excuse because also the expectations on the club also, the club don't really care as much now. Now, if they drop out of top 4, say end of season, they drop out of top 4, they don't make it. Maybe now that will now make the club raise an eyebrow and he'll be able to say, okay, go and get me what I want as regards them. Because I think they require depth in midfield. I think like a real CM, because I don't think a guy is good enough to the rest of them. I think Mayama is fasting. When they had Dembele, central midfielder, so they need a real CM, mobile CM. Winks is okay, but it's just not okay.
They still have Wanyama now. They still have Wanyama. Yama, he's decent.
I think the injuries and all of that. I mean, the guy is too injury prone. Number one, he's been injured for so long.
Yeah,
he gets injured. Then, like you said, it's decent. But what if they want to move to the next level? I don't think Wanyama is that guy to take it to the next level. It can just be decent in a couple of games, but not to the next level. That's what I think. But I agree with the mentality thing. You cannot turn down trophies. Yeah, as a manager, you can't. Combined 11. Who's your
Mind the
combined 11?
level.
All Liverpool players.
I'm very fair, you know. I won't be doing things like that. I try my best.
I have my own though. So
Okay, well, in goal, like now this is based on this season because
yeah.
if we're doing based on this season, then Alisson has to be in there. But if you look at body of work over the past few years, Lloris, he has his moments. He has the moments when he does crazy things. So if we're basing on body of work over the last few years, then of course to be Lloris. But if we're saying combined level for this season, then Alisson has to be there. It's not because Alisson is much better than him, but because Lloris is a good sweeper keeper too. Because that's one of the things Alisson brings to Liverpool. Like, it's a good sweep. He comes out to sweeps up distribution. But this season to be Alisson. Right back. Now this season I'll put Trippier. Not because he has been fantastic, because I don't watch all Spurs matches, but according to what I read, they said like his level dropped a bit compared to last season. But it's not like it's terrible, but it's still better than what we have at right back. Like Trent is good, but Trent is very inconsistent.
Even after his no look.
That was a fantastic goal. That was a fantastic goal. Yeah, but I still think he's a more consistent right back than anybody. Our right back is probably Liverpool's weakest position at the moment. Yeah. You know, like Trent is good, but he's young. He's 20 years old, so you can't expect him to be world class straight away. He's very erratic. There are sometimes he plays fantastic. There are sometimes he's not great. So Trippier will be right back. Okay. Centre back, Van Dijk. I don't have to talk too much. Probably he's gonna. Player of the season in the waiting, you know, just waiting to collect that PFA player of the season. So no story. So, but yeah, the partner will be Toby Alderweireld. That guy is I don't know if he goes for 30 million or whatever. Then that's one of the things.
Right? 25.
25. Imagine if he goes for 25. That would be an absolute coup. Okay, he's 30 years old, but you can still get 3 good years out of him. 2 or 3 good years at least.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that guy is still good.
Good years?
Yeah.
Are you confident to say that? I feel like he's on the decline. He has lost the yard of pace.
Yeah, but those kind of defenders don't really need that much. Do you see he's an anticipating kind. He anticipates. Toby Alderweireld is not somebody you beat for pace normally because he reads the game well. You know, for me, I think he's one of those defenders that this game doesn't rely on pace anyway. You rarely see him going for sliding tackles. You rarely see him commit many fouls. That's when you know that this kind of player, he reads the game, so he anticipates what's going to happen.
He's a good defender. No?
He's a good defender, but for me, he's better. It's not like he's the best defender or whatever, but he's better than what we have at centre back, apart from Van Dijk. For me, he's better than Lovren. He's better than Matip. It's better than Gomez. Gomez has hardly played anyway, so he's going to be in my team. Left back will be Andy Robertson. Yeah. So I won't talk too much about that one too. Midfield, yeah, this guy that we got this season, I think is our most important midfielder, Fabinho. He has helped us in our midfield. He's a central midfielder, but he's like a defensive midfielder. He's like Matic. How Matic was before you guys ruined him, you know, how he was at Chelsea.
No. Before Man United went from Chelsea. Remember Conte used to bench him. Matic was winning from Chelsea. He just came and had that pick.
Yeah.
For 6%.
I'm just joking. I know he was still good. I think he was good in Moreno's first season, and I think he got injured
half of that season. Half of that season. He was half of that season.
Yeah. So that's what Fabinho is for us. Is that kind of player. Like he can distribute the ball and he can tackle and he can do stuff. Now the other midfielder I'll put there. It's a big problem because I don't know. They're all as bad as each other in my opinion. Well, they're all.
What's your formation?
I'm playing 4-2-3-1.
Okay.
So I'm putting Fabinho. I wanted to put Dyer there, but Dyer has not had a good season. So I'll put Ari Winks.
Okay.
I'll put Ari Winks this season in central midfield. Um, like it's not like he's much better than Anderson, but he can do what Anderson does. So he's more mobile, because Anderson is good at pressing the ball and breaking up play. And Harry Winks can do that too. And Harry Winks scores, I think he has come maybe twice or three times this season. So that's I just put him based on that. Okay, at least he has goal scoring threats. So I'll put Harry Winks. I just put him. So my three, I'll put Salah on the right wing.
Okay.
Mane on the left. Put Son. And Son playing behind Harry Kane. So
10. Okay.
Yeah, so that's 4-2-3-1. So Alisson, Trippier, Van Dijk, Alderweireld, Robertson, Fabinho, Winks, Salah, Son, Mane, Kane. So they're like four Spurs players. No, yeah, I try now. I put 4 Spurs players.
I mean, you did try, because weirdly enough, my own list is 4-4-2. Same
Okay.
keeper. Actually, I had Trent ahead of Trippier.
Okay.
I had Jan Vertonghen ahead of Toby. The only thing is, Toby is good, and I think the reason why I'll stick with Toby, like you say, why Jan was injured for like 2 months, was out for a while. That kind
and the thing is, Jan has not really played centre back all the games. Yes, you remember they started using him as left
of the
wing, back three, or they even use him as left wing back against Dortmund. He was playing left, and he has played that position a few times.
That is true. That's true. So yeah, I agree. My 4 midfielders is actually Wijnaldum, Fabinho. Because I feel Wijnaldum was really good this year, and for me it's 4-4-2. I'm playing Wijnaldum and Fabinho as the 2 midfielders, central midfielders. Mane on the left, that on the right, Son, and my 2 people are strikers, obviously Kane and Salah.
Okay, yeah. Wijnaldum has been good. I agree with you. Wijnaldum has been good, but like people, I think I've seen articles, and it's a big thing. We lack goals from midfield in Liverpool, and Wijnaldum is one of the problems for that. He doesn't score enough. And the funny thing is, he goes away to international duty and he's banging in goals for Netherlands, but then comes back to Liverpool, and you're like, score for us now. He has scored, I think
it's instruction, though, in my opinion. What it's meant to do for Liverpool is like he's trying to stick to what Klopp wants him to do.
Yeah, but he gets in the box. That's the thing. He does get in the box, right? Yeah, it's like a box to box. It's like a number 8. When we play 4-3-3, it's like the number 8. So like it's supposed to link midfield and attack, and it's supposed to link the defense and attack. But then the thing is, he misses chances. He's not clinical when he gets chances. Like even against Fulham, our last match, he had 2 chances that match. There was one, he crossed the ball. Salah was behind him. He jumped, he headed the ball over the bar from like 5 yards. Then like a few minutes later, he had another chance from the edge of the box, banged the ball wide. They're like, come on, guys.
Wijnaldum reminds me of Herrera. That's the remind. Herrera is very good box-to-box midfielder. He breaks up play. He can attack. He score you the odd goal important. When he's on form, he breaks up play. He does everything. But like you say, he's end product consistently. And I think it's just quality of players, right? It's just with their quality, right? And really tell, see Fabio coming, like you can see, Fabio is different gravy, Immediately, just like how in our midfield you see Pogba is different. When you see Pogba among Man United, Pogba is different gravy,
different level.
It's just level. It's just his level of quality. So that's just you can't expect Wijnaldum. I don't think you're ever better than the way he is. Wijnaldum will never have a season where he's going to score like double digits.
Yeah, but he did. That's the thing. That's why we're pissed off, because when he was in Newcastle, he scored. I think there was one season he scored 12 goals or something. The season before we bought him, that's what he scored. He scored double digits. He even scored like maybe 3 goals or 4 goals in one match. for Newcastle. So that's why we have high expectations. We're like, this guy used to bang, and he still scores goals. That's what I'm saying. For Netherlands, he has scored 3 goals in 5 matches, I think, this calendar year for them. So you're like, why are you scoring for all these other people? You score for Newcastle, you're scoring, and you can't score for Liverpool. So
But
I don't know.
it goes back to what I always say about people like that. Some people are like, just like how Valencia. Valencia came had that one season for us where he had like 16 assists, on something crazy like all competition, 17 assists. The year before in Wigan, he scored like maybe 10 goals or 9 goals, a lot of assists. He was scoring. But the thing is, the way I always look at it is quality, it's the level of quality. So some people who have those odd one-off season or time where they just be like, oh, this person is really good. But overall, when you look at the overall body of work, consistently, you know, like, Wijnaldum is not. But he's a good player, though. I'm not saying.
Oh yeah. He has had a fantastic season, but
I think eventually they'll kind of. I think what's going to happen is either they drop him back forward and playing with Fabinho, Keita maybe eventually become your main creative guy, and, or he will become they'll start rotating him in some games. He'll play just like Milner. And they'll use Keita more, because I mean Keita is supposed to be the main. That's supposed to be your 8.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the real 8. Yeah, it's supposed to be the real 8. But it's just that's the main problem with the Liverpool. It's just that we have a good front 3, and we have full backs who can create. Because if not for that, because that midfield, the 3 or 4 of them, I think they've had only 5 goals between. Like Anderson, no goal. Milner, okay. If not for penalties, Milner probably won't be scoring at all. Who else is in midfield? Fabinho, 1 goal. Wijnaldum, I think is only 2 goals this season. Wijnaldum. So like all of them together have less than 5 goals compared to someone like Pogba. Pogba has like double figures already. You know, that's what I mean. That midfield, we need more goals from midfield, and we'll see. Maybe when Ox come back, that's the thing. We're looking for Ox, because Ox was really good last season with that. He scored like 8 goals, I think, last season. So Ox was good with getting goals from midfield, but these other lads, they just they just don't have any goal sense, man. You're like, they even be in front of the goalpost. You don't have any faith in any of them. You don't have any faith in any of them banging in any goals. You're like, okay, just do your job. Just pass to the people who can score. Pass the ball to Salah. Pass the ball to Mane. Don't just bother shooting. Just pass to the people who can score, I think. Yeah.
The reality is not everybody can Man City, to be fair.
That's it.
It's a freak of nature. They have like 2 players in every position.
Honestly.
And they have goals from everywhere. I always said it. I said at the beginning of the season, and that's why I always tip them. They have goals from everywhere.
Everywhere.
That doesn't mean league, but I still tip them just because of the fact that they have goals from everywhere. Yeah. Anyways, Kane or Salah?
For me, of course, what I'll say is it depends on if it's just based in terms of goals. Then we'll say Harry Kane has a better season. But I think this season, Salah is more rounded than last season. Last season, Salah wasn't contributing too much to build up play. He was all focused about the goals. This season, even though he has not scored for like 5, 6, 7 matches, he's still contributing a lot to our attack. Like the game against Bayern Munich, he was a major threat all day. Okay, Mane is the guy who Mane has been on fire since January. But Salah got us into that position because Salah scored so many important goals up to that time, up to like January. He scored. There were some matches we won. We won like 3 games, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. It was Salah. And then I saw one statistic that he has opened the scoring in like 8 games. Like when the match is tight and you need somebody to break the deadlock, Salah has done it like 8 times for Liverpool. So for me, he's having a good season. He's not going to score 40 goals every season. It's not Messi. It's not Ronaldo. So yeah. So if the question was, okay, who is having a better season in terms of goal scoring, plain goal scoring, Harry Kane is having a better season because he has scored more goals. But if it's overall, for me, I think Salah is having a better season than Kane. Because Kane, even though he was scoring early this season, people were still talking that this Harry Kane looks a bit sluggish. He is not contributing much. Yeah. He was scoring, but he wasn't playing very well. And then when he came back from this latest injury, they were winning. They were winning before he came back. It's like he came back and just gave them potential. And he just started losing. And he was scoring. He was actually scoring. He scored in like 3 straight games, but they lost. So I don't know. Maybe we can't say it's because of him they're losing all those games, but it's just like something changed. The dynamics in their team changed because Son was doing much better. Son, you see that Harry Kane now, his off the ball movement is not great again. Harry Kane does not make all the. Harry Kane is how somebody was saying recently how Shearer was. After Shearer got those 2 bad injuries, Shearer stopped being very mobile. Started just picking his moments. And I don't know if that works for that Spurs team. That Spurs team needs somebody who will be running the channels. Harry Kane doesn't run the channels again. Even early this season, that's what Pochettino was doing. Pochettino was playing that 2 up front. So he was letting Lucas Moura do the running for Kane, or he would let Son do the running for Kane. Because Kane was not doing he was not doing the running again. It was just give me the ball and I'll set up the play and I'll enter the box and score. So in terms of overall impact, I'll say Salah is having a better season. But if you are just counting goals, which some people just like black and white, if you want to say black and white, and then Kane is having a better season because he has come up.
Mo Salah, diving down the wing.
Don't worry. He's holding his goals for when we really need it. He's you know he didn't play this international break.
Diving kick.
Yeah, he was diving in the. You didn't see the picture. He went to the beach. He went to the beach to dive into the water.
No, that's not the dive I'm talking about.
Yeah, now he was practicing. He's practicing.
Practicing to dive some more.
Yeah. He went to the beach last week. He even posted a picture. He wrote, "You never walk alone." And people were like laughing. I thought you would have seen it. People would have made troll about it now. It was a couple of days ago. He posted, "You never walk alone," and he was the only one on the beach. People were like, "You're posting, you never walk alone, and you're the only one on the beach. What's wrong with this fella?" He went to the beach to start practicing diving. So don't worry, you'll see him on Sunday. He'll dive. He'll win like 2 penalties. Yeah, don't worry. We're happy with it.
Okay. I think, funny enough, I think both of them are kind of at par in the sense that, like you said, they're scoring goals. They're both having impact. Salah is probably having a slightly better season. In my opinion, they're probably at par. They're not having magnificent, but they're having 2 good. They're both having good seasons, in my opinion.
This is breaking up.
First game as Liverpool manager. First question was against Spurs.
Yeah.
In October 2015.
Mm-hmm.
What was the score that day?
Score 0-0.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. You know your manager. Your element manager, the man who loves the weather.
It's all about the wind, bro. It's all about the wind. Leave that man. He likes wind energy, man. It's all about the wind. That's the thing. All these managers, it's very rare to see one who's not a hypocrite or who's a good loser. All of them, I've always said it. It's very rare. All of them have their own. They always find something. All these managers.
Show me a good loser. I mean, there's a saying like, show me a good loser. And
exactly.
Show me a good loser, and I'll show you a loser. That means,
exactly.
Nobody's a good loser.
Yeah.
Second one. Who is the only Liverpool manager to win his first EPL game?
His first EPL game. Only Liverpool manager to win his first EPL game. Okay, I know Benitez drew his first game 1-1. I think it was also with Spurs. Rodgers didn't win his first game. I think Rodgers drew or lost. Klopp drew. Hodgson win. This is a very tricky one. I think I might go for Roy Hodgson. Roy Hodgson won his first. Yeah?
No, he didn't. It was Gerard Houllier. Whoa, that Frenchman. And I think it was against Spurs.
Imagine. Gerard Houllier, but that's the thing. Look, that's a trick question. I'll tell you why that question is not really fair.
I'm not too sure if it was against Spurs. Let me take that back.
No, but the reason why I'm going to call that answer into questioning is because Gerard Houllier, when he first came, he was a joint manager. He was a joint manager with Roy Evans. So unless you mean did Gerard Houllier win it as a joint manager, or did they win it as a single? Because he didn't. It was joint manager. Then I think the other guy now left. Roy Evans left after like maybe 7 months or 8 months. That's what happened.
I think it was. I think it was joint manager. I think.
You should have said.
I remember when
managers.
When looking it up.
Yeah. Okay.
I think so. I'm not too sure, but I think so. Yes, it was joint manager.
Yeah, because if it was joint manager, then Roy Evans was the manager when he joined. So it's strange. Have you ever heard of that before? Imagine this guy was already there. Roy Evans was the manager. Then before you know it, Liverpool, instead of sacking that guy and telling him to go, they didn't want to sack him because he was a good servant for the club. Then I said, oh, we're going to bring another manager to join you. Both of you will be managing together. This happened though. This is 95. Or it was around that time, Sha. And then it now came, they brought in joint manager. So both of them were actually managing the team jointly. Then after a while, Roy Evans just said, look, this is unsustainable. You can't sustain this now. How can you be saying?
It's not like I agree. You can't sustain that.
So he left. He quit. Then so Houllier took over permanently, and then Houllier was there till 2003. Yeah, I think he left in 2004, 2003, 2004. He was there for 5 years by himself. But before that, he was there joint manager. It's just strange. Liverpool, we've done some crazy things, man. That's when Man U were just winning league title after league title. We were doing joint manager things. You know? Come on, see the sports cap on your head. You're supporting 2 clubs today, Abby. I can see sports cap on your head.
San Antonio Spurs basketball team.
The Spurs, the fake Spurs.
Anyways, we come to the end of our podcast. It was fun. If you're watching this, always at the wheel. If you're a Man United fan, if you're a rival fan, if you're a hater, if you're a troller.
Hater is here.